The original way from back in the day, you would scrape the scales off of bass, but now, 2026, we do it differently. So we like to get things done fast, quick, fast, and in the air. It's a thick bass. You got some nice little scales on it. You can get a good clean cut. I ain't trying to cut his head off. I'm just trying to get a good starting point for what I'm about to do to him. That's why I'm steady doing a couple slices and then stop to make sure I ain't going too deep. You don't want to go too deep because then you'll get to pulling the meat off. And you don't want to pull the meat off, that's what you want to eat. You want to pull off the skin and the scales. That's what we focused on. Now you got people that fillet them with the skin on it and the scales and then take the skin off of it. But to each his own. I just per se don't like doing it. Even though it is very quick. Quicker than what we about to do. Take the catfish skinners and you pull the skin off and the scales go with it. Same thing you would do with a fillet knife if you just filleted it with the skin and scales on it. But I don't want fillets, which is why I'm doing it this way. Now I was actually raised up doing it where you scrape the scales off and then gut them. And I say that's a lot more work than clean up than the new textbook style way of doing this. But I respect the old way. The old way was a good way. It's just now that I'm up in age a little bit, I like to get things done a lot quicker. Especially if you got a lot of fish to clean. You want to get done as quick as possible. But then you want quality as well. Keep that in mind. No matter which way you do it, you want to have good quality. You want to take care of the meat that you eat. Putting inside your body. Did I say we in here with Chosen Sheep Fishing? If I haven't. Hey, welcome to Chosen Sheep Fishing. Welcome. You got mail. Alright, we got all the skin off. Let's go and take the belly skin off. I almost forgot about that. Cause I do like belly meat. assim, man. Almost gone. Alright. Looking good. Let me see. Looking good. Now, we can start knocking off some of these fins. And you can take your knife and knock off some of these scales. You can take your knife and you can run it straight up and down this seam right here, like I just did. Okay, it's sharper than I thought. I just must have been hitting the wrong point. Okay, you run it on down. You're gonna feel your bones in there, your fin bones that's connected to this. Keep it close as you can to that. And then you take your catfish skinners, and just like you pull off catfish skin or largemouth bass skin, take your time and just pluck that thing up out of there. You don't want to do one big snatch. Like I said, we want to keep our quality. There you go. Backbones. Take this out. When these bass are this big, that's not really a good fin to eat. Small fish tend to have good fins, unless it's a catfish. Alright. And I wouldn't say fin, but tails. These are the catfish. It's good. But let's get finished. Okay, now that we pull that fin out, the guts is already protruding now. Starting to stick on out his belly. So all we gotta do is take the point of the knife, run it straight up in there. And keep it close to the belly because you don't want to jug down in there and poke the guts. You want to stay close to the belly line so you don't really hit nothing. Once you get that far, you can just dig the knife down in there to the head and pull up. There you go. Voila. Guts. Now I was finna say magic, didn't you? No. Voila. Guts. Disassemble the gills. These are the gills which cause the bass and any other fish to live underwater, to breathe underwater. And disassemble that. You're just pulling it from the meat, the head from the carcass. You take you a handful of guts like that, and you just pull them on up out of there. You don't gotta detach it. You can just roll it back into the head and let it hang over like that. Let the head hold on to those guts while you pull the lungs out. That's what we just busted, the lungs. Got this little air up out of there, his last little bit of air. Now we take the skimmers, and we just cleanse the rest. Cleanse it on up out of there. What them women be doing, them cleanses and all that. Seaweed and fish oil. Fish oil, that's what I'm gonna say. That's for people that don't want to pay for a BBL. But anyways, yeah, we just cleaning it on out how we want to. Get as clean as you can, just like fish from the store. You want to thaw that fish, you rinse it up, wash it up, and take anything unwanted off that you don't want. So boom, we good to go. His head could go on, get whack-a-tacked off. I'm gonna whack-a-tack it on. Whack-a-tack it on. you can get it off how you want, or you can get it off how I'm getting it off. Was gonna pull it back, but it just did perfect. Big mouth bot, Billy. Big mouth bass. This was his living organism, or living, whatever you want to call it. This was, this what it took to keep this fish alive. All right. All his guts were intact, as you can see. Minus his little capillaries and lungs and stuff that I pulled out of with these capillaries, which burned really nice. This for just in case people need to learn how to survive. Got some crazy stuff going on in 2026. I wish they would survive so they could have learned. That did. So we gonna progress and keep moving. Alright, we're gonna take this. You can clip this tail if you want to, or you can keep it. Put some little Andy's fish seasoning on it and eat it like a potato chip once you fry it up. I ain't gotta worry about the hassle of all them doggone scales all over the place. Like I said, I did it this way because I didn't want it filleted. I don't want it filleted. I'm gonna do this a whole different way. You can bake this with some lemon on it. You know? All type of good stuff. There we go. It's that meat right there, baby. It's the meat flaps right there, baby. You see that? Very tasty. Alright. Now what I was saying is put that in a little lukewarm water and iodine salt. Hit it with some iodine salt. Iodized salt. Hit it with that. And get the parasites and germs out of it. Even though they say when you cook it to a certain temp, parasites die off. Yes, it's parasites are in store-bought fish. So this is a normal, natural thing. And like I said, you hit it with the iodized salt and warm water. Let it sit for about 15 to 30 minutes. And then you rinse it off. You rinse it off. Put it on up. You know what I'm talking about? But I'm bad. We're starting on this second bass. I just like to get everything. I like it clean from the jump. So therefore, if I have to freeze this fish, I don't feel like eating it right now today. I know when I put that fish in that freezer bag and suck that air out of it, put it up, and come back to it, I know it's gonna be good and ready when I unthaw it. Because I cleaned it the way it was supposed to be cleaned the first time around. I didn't wait until I took it out the freezer to perfect it. It's already perfected. Store-bought, I wouldn't even trust store-bought over my own clean fish because I know for a fact I clean my fish right. Ain't been through nothing I don't want it to be through. No guts in it, ain't no nothing. It's just ready to be rinsed up, dropped in some seasoning, flour, or Andy seasoning, Louisiana seasoning, whatever you want to hit it with, and it's ready to go. That cut down deep enough. Sometimes the start, if you don't cut deep enough, it can be a hassle. Hold on to that jaw. See that? Grab that jaw. Grab that jaw, that fish ain't going nowhere. Let that jaw go. Grab this side of the jaw. And then you grab his skin. Cause we gonna give him a nice golden hot tub bath. We're gonna bathe them in some hot golden water. You know what I'm talking about? You get what I'm laying down? I say fish, y'all say grease. Fish, grease. I say skillet, y'all say bass. Skillet, bass. When I say you say good. See, women love when you do this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You're a young man. You need to learn this stuff, man. This will get you the girl of your dreams right here. You heard me? Meat was trying to go with the skin. Y'all seen it? Trying to creep up. Take your finger and you just hold it and you pull the skin away from it. There you go. You fixed it now. Back on track. Women like when you take her out on a little date to the little fishing place. And you tell her that we gonna keep some of these fish. We ain't throwing this one back. And she be like, what you gonna do with that? And you say, baby, you gonna see when we get home. And you take that fish home and you get to doing this to it. She gonna be mesmerized. She gonna be in the other room calling her friends, texting them to my girl. Let me tell you about this man. This man turned our fish that we caught earlier into the best fish fillet sandwich I done had in the world. Opening her up to things that she ain't never seen. She didn't even know was possible outside the store, outside the slaughterhouse, outside the butcher shop, outside Seafood City or YouTube videos that she watch. Those Asians just butchering fish. Just yeah. She didn't know you can do that. And make it taste good. Now you gotta execute now. You can't just clean the fish and be like, yeah. You gotta sanitize it with iodine salt, 15 to 30 minutes in that lukewarm water. And when you get done, rinse it off. Do your last little second checks. Make sure everything great. And you get to seasoning that fish up right. And you get to dropping that fish in that Andes and dropping it in there with that high grease right. Boy. Now you got it. And she get full. When she get to putting her favorite sauce on the sandwich or on the fish, when she say, where you get this from? And y'all when they caught it together. Yeah, you know what's up. You her boo. She like he can provide. If it went down today and we had to go stay in the wilderness, he gonna make me feel like I ain't even in the wilderness. That's what she gonna say. That's what she gonna say about you. She gonna say, I love him when her people be like, hey, leave him alone. Mess with him. Or even if she do go creep off and go mess with him, y'all break up. She gonna realize he can't do this. She gonna realize when they go to the park or somewhere, somebody